If you've been wondering how people are adding all of the striping details to your tumblers, this video is for you. Adding details to your tumbler is going to give it that next level dimension and look to really take your tumbler designs to the next level. One simple way for you to do that is to add striping details to your tumblers. The reason why many people choose to add these stripes to their tumblers is when you're using two different color glitters and they're coming up next to each other, or if you're using something like fabric and glitter or vinyl and glitter, it just creates a little bit more of a seamless edge, cohesive design to cover up that seam. You don't have to add these anytime these two things to come together, right? But it does help the look. Don't have like a hard edge of one glitter and a hard edge of another, or like a hard fabric edge into glitter. It just looks really, really nice with a vinyl stripe over that seam. I'm gonna walk you through two different ways you can add stripes to your tumblers. I'm gonna show you exactly how to make them in Cricut Design Space, and I'm gonna show you how to put them on your tumblers and a few things to keep in mind so you don't run into any issues after you already get it onto your tumbler. So hit that subscribe button, hit like, share this with a friend, and let's get started. First method I wanna talk about adding stripes to your tumblers is using something like washi tape or nail tape or just some sort of deco tape to add to your tumbler. These are really, really easy because you can just buy them as is, and a lot of you might actually have these around your house. If you do a lot of decorating in your planner or certain things, you might have this sort of tape lying around. So you can totally just take it and add it to your tumbler. One downfall about using something like washi tape is that it's not very sticky, and it's fine because we are going to put our top coat over it, but you can run into some issues that it starts to peel up when you put your top coat on or it's not fully secure. So I do highly recommend taking some CrystaLac glitter glue and doing a coat of that before you go in with Grand Finale or any resin to make sure that your tape is secure and totally stuck to your tumbler. I have also had some repelling with very specific washi tape. It's not all of it, but some of it. And I think it's because it has like a silicone in it, which repels everything. So make sure if you need to, you can seal it quickly with the glitter glue or even some spray paint before you actually go on with Grand Finale or resin. Most common way that people are adding striping to their tumblers is just by using vinyl. You can use removable vinyl or permanent vinyl, but we're basically just cutting vinyl that we already have with our Cricuts or our Silhouette machines to create these stripes. They're ultimately just rectangles. So let me walk you through how to do this in Cricut Design Space, but you could also do it even easier in Silhouette Studio. The first thing I'm gonna do is start a new project, and then I'm gonna go in to get this square that has, the hard edges, and I'm gonna unlock here and change the size. So I wanna make this as wide as I can, let's say 11.5. It might be constricted on the size of your machine, but then you're going to do different size heights where width is left and right and height is up and down. So I generally do like a 0.05, and I'm going to just make a few of these. I'm going to just copy paste a few, and then I like to kind of move them all up here. And what I like to do then is get them pretty close together, right? Because I'm not trying to waste a bunch of vinyl. Select them all, and then I'm going to align them in the center horizontally, and I'm going to distribute them vertically, okay? And again, I'm going to be like saving these for future projects. So I'm not only going to do a 0.05, I'm also going to do a 0.08. And I forgot to unlock it. You want to keep this width at 11.5, and you're just going to fill up your sheet with a few different sizes. I'm going to get rid of some of these because I don't need as many, but I'm going to then cut these in my vinyl. So do whatever you want. You might want to play around with the size, like 0.1 or even smaller. It really just kind of depends what you are looking for your specific project, and always cut more vinyl. So again, lining horizontally, and then we are going to distribute vertically. And then I am going to select all of these, and I'm going to right click and attach, because when you go to make it, I want them to stay in this spot. Then you're gonna cut it with whatever settings work best for your Cricut, depending on the vinyl that you use. And you can cut these and save them for future projects. So I always have some stripes laying around and, black, white, gold, all of my sort of standard colors. Just a reminder that you want to have a variety of different colors and patterns, and sometimes it's easier just to cut vinyl in advance. So whenever you do need that striping, you can go ahead and grab it from your drawer. Sometimes you have to, get it on your tumbler before you even really decide what you're going to go with. So I decided for these 3 tumblers just to cut a bunch of different options at a bunch of different sizes. And you can see when I weed back the vinyl, it is a variety, so you can totally mix and match. Maybe it's a little too wide, but just try your best to put them on straight. You can always peel it back and try again. Remember that you're never really going to have the exact length that you need, right? We're cutting them at 11.5 inches wide, so you want that sharp X-Acto knife to cut any vinyl. And you can always do multiple pieces. This one I did above that gold to give it a little texture, but I also have done it where you layer 2 pieces on top of each other. One thing you want to remember is that every tumbler design is a little bit different, so you want to have various different sizes. So they're not always going to be the same width. You're going to want to change that depending on your design. I do like to let my tumblers dry like overnight or at least a couple of hours to really get that vinyl to cure to my tumbler so I don't have any issues when I go in with my grand finale. Or if you're using resin, you just want to make sure that your vinyl stays stuck. I created this really, really awesome black and white V-split design that has a lot of striping involved. So if you are interested in seeing how you can kind of put this together on a tumbler, watch the video on your screen.